Hey class, it's Mrs. Gilling here, and we are about to do your video assignment all about the project instructions for your project coming up. Cool, huh? Before we do that, I have a treat for you. It's the joke of the unit. Oh, this is a good one. Okay. Did you hear about the two guys who stole a calendar? They each got 6 months. Get it? They stole, so they got 6 months in jail. 6 months, they split the calendar because they're 12 months. Come on, I know someone laughed at this one. It's a pretty good one. All right, enough about the joke of the unit, and let's talk about your project. So at the end of lesson 5, you are going to turn in a project all about inchoate offenses. And you're going to learn more about these in the lesson. So if you're like, man, I don't know what those are, it's okay. Hold on, we'll get there. So here's the learning objective for your project, and then I'll introduce what you're going to do. So the learning objective is describe inchoate offenses and identify defenses for those crimes. So that's what we're trying to accomplish by you doing this project. And here's kind of the prompt. So this project will give you an opportunity to creatively demonstrate what you have learned about the three main kinds of inchoate offenses: solicitation, conspiracy, and attempt. You will have three options to choose from to demonstrate your learning. You can make a slideshow presentation, a poster, or a video. So you're going to show me what you have learned about these three offenses: the solicitation, conspiracy, and attempt. But you get to kind of choose how you do that. I want you to be creative here and have some fun with it. So again, you have three options. You can make a slideshow presentation. So that's using Google Slides is probably the easiest way to do that. If you're really artsy, you like to do stuff with your hands, make a poster for me. Or if you like to talk like I do in front of the camera, make a video. So three things you can choose from. I hope you like having some options there. Now I'm going to go over each one of those one by one and let you know what I'm looking for in these projects. And the first one we've got is the slideshow. So if you think you're going to do the slideshow, pay really good attention right here. So please include each of the following in your slideshow. Slide number 1 is your title slide. It's actually not worth points, but I still want you to do it just because you got to have a title slide. So pick a fun title from your presentation and include your name, obviously. Slide number 2, it's an introduction and it's worth 10 points. Let the reader know that you are going to be talking about inchoate offenses and possible defenses for those crimes. So you're saying, hey, this is what this presentation is all about. These are the three things I'm going to talk about in my presentation. Then you're going to jump into the meat of your presentation. So slide number 3, you're going to discuss solicitation. This is worth 20 points. So in this slide, you need to define solicitation, provide an example of a crime that has solicitation, and then list a possible defense. So if somebody got charged with solicitation and they went to court, what might their defense be for that crime? Slide number 4, you're going to talk about conspiracy, also worth 20 points. So define it, provide an example, and list a possible defense. How would someone deal with that if they went to court? Slide number 5, similar, you're going to talk about attempt, also worth 20 points. So define, provide an example, and list a possible defense. And then slide number 6, this might be the hardest one. I want your opinion here, and this is also worth 20 points. So you're going to answer the following questions in this slide. Do you think that inchoate offenses should carry the same level of punishment as crimes that were actually completed? So, little teaser here, you're going to learn that inchoate offenses deal with crimes that you didn't necessarily actually do, that you just kind of thought about doing or tried to do, but you didn't get done. So, do you think that those types of crimes should carry the same level of punishments as crimes that actually happened? And the kicker, why or why not? So, don't just say yes or no, tell me why in this slide. There's one more thing you're going to get points for. You get 10 points for the overall appearance. So again, I want you to be creative here. So in order to receive full credit, you must pick a fun slideshow theme. Don't just go into Google Slides and do the boring, regular white thing that they've got. Pick a theme, make it fun. I want you to have at least 4 pictures, and you got to spread them throughout. Sometimes people be like, oh, 4 pictures and put them all on one slide. That's not fun. Spread them throughout the slideshow. And then the last thing, the last thing I want you to do is double check your spelling and your grammar. So just like if you're writing an essay, there's still writing involved here. I want you to make sure you're being professional, that you're using good spelling, good grammar, good word choice, and that it looks great there. So that's the slideshow option. Let's go into the poster requirements. And these requirements are very similar. They're just translated to go onto a poster. So you'll need to have the following. First, have a title at the top. Pick a fun title. Don't just be like, bleh. Pick something fun that'll make it exciting to look at. And then in your title, you need to pick a title that lets the audience know you're going to be talking about inchoate offenses and possible defenses for those crimes. So I need to know from your title what you're going to be talking about in your poster. So that's worth 10 points. Then you're going to have a section of your poster all about solicitation. And so you're going to define solicitation there, provide an example, and list the possible defenses. Yeah, sensing a theme here from the slideshow one. Then you'll have a section on conspiracy where you do the same thing. Define it, provide an example, list the defenses. Then attempt, also worth 20 points. Define it, provide an example. You know what's next. How would you defend it in court? Then you also need to put your a little opinion section on your poster. Same question here. Do you think that these types of offenses should carry out the same level of punishment as ones where the crime was actually committed? And then 10 points for overall appearance. I want you to have fun with it. Use different colors, include some pictures, double check your spelling. If I look at it and I go, man, that's boring, you're not going to get the full 10 points. Do a good job. I know you guys are awesome at these artsy things. So make a fun poster if you choose this option. The last option for people like me that don't mind being in front of the camera, you can make a video if you'd like. So you're going to discuss these inchoate offenses in a video using the following. So first of all, have an introduction. Introduce yourself. Like, hey, I'm Mrs. Gilling. Here's the joke of the unit. Make it fun. Let your audience know that. So introduce yourself. Tell me who you are, and then let the audience know what you're going to be talking about. Say, hey, in this video, we're going to be talking about inchoate offenses, some possible defenses to these crimes, and I'm going to let you know my opinion about these things. So give a solid introduction. Then you need to talk about solicitation. So explain what it is to your listeners, provide an example, list the possible defenses. Have a conspiracy moment where after that you talk about conspiracy, where you provide an example, explain it, list your defenses. And then same thing with attempt. Spend time explaining what attempt is, providing an example, listing a possible defense. And after you've done that, you're going to talk about your opinion. Same thing. Do you think that these types of offenses should carry the same level of punishment as crimes that were actually committed? And you are going to be judged on overall quality. I want you to have fun with this as well. Make sure you talk loud enough. Make sure you smile, because videos are more fun when people smile. Unless it's a somber moment that I understand. Use good grammar. Make sure you're using professional language while you're doing your video here. Keep it some clean words. You know what I'm talking about. So if it's boring, if you're like, today we're going to talk about inchoate offenses, I'm probably not going to give you full points. So do a good job there. And I would like your video on for this one. This is if you choose this option, your video camera does need to be done. I want to see you talking and explaining this to someone. So that's the video option. So those are your 3 options to choose from. If you have any questions at all, please reach out to me. But I hope this is a project you can have some fun with, but that you'll also learn from. Thanks so much, guys. And I am looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. We'll catch you next time.